Hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of 3.0 TV. I am Manoj Dara. So, as we step in 2023, we have seen the market recover from its all-time low, which was actually made in the broader part of the 2022. To explain the entire cryptocurrency market and to see what the future is in 2023, we have invited three special guests. NFTs is one of the space that have observed a lackluster 2022 after piling up huge gains in 21, which we have all witnessed. However, the start of 23 has provided a positive momentum. Is there something breeding ground that has bolstered the prospects of NFTs and with a flavor of royalty movement, if you can just highlight that?
So NFT itself, in its it's a big animal itself, right? Different beast. What we saw in 2022 or 21, later stage, that was a surge of interest, for JPEGs, for things which people didn't make sense. But now what you see is basically compelling use cases coming out, right? NFT playing a very crucial role in different sectors, different domains. Today if I look at it, there are proven use cases. My last usage was NFT as an attendance, proof of attendance, right? So for attending a party, I was asked to provide my NFT, right? So that was pretty cool because I haven't done that before. So that set the tone. So people are trying to really make the utility come and wrap it with NFTs, right? So I think 2023 has a lot in store for NFTs. I have seen wonderful use cases coming up, and again, it can only go till it convergence with the regulations, right? You can have a lot of innovation coming in, but if it is not in line with the the fundamental tenets of regulations, which is protecting the regulator, the investors' interest, it might not go far. It might not be sustainable, right? So and second thing I wanted to highlight, I think Chandan brought a very interesting point, on the institutional part again, right? So what will happen is I see that there will be a lot of digital asset selection now. If there is a heightened interest among investors, they now know that what they are putting hands in, right? That's a very good sign, positive sign for the market, right? Gone are the days that you hear from someone, buy this, buy that, and get into mess. So this heightened awareness, and I see this entire FTX, Terra Luna blessing in disguise, because changes will happen over a period of time. Slow and steady, wins the race. So we are seeing that, point by point. I think that's what we need to take from entire episode and build towards a collective, reimagine, crypto trading, financial market, right? So that's how I view the market right now.
Chandan, very quickly, if you can just mention, Varun just highlighted about his NFT moment. Like he recently attended an event using an NFT. So is there any event you have attended using NFTs?
No, I haven't attended any event using NFT, but a lot of my media friends, they are into digital media and they are actually making pretty big time with the NFTs. So the point is that a lot of use cases are there in different domains. My example of the potato was exactly the same. Potato is used for eating. Bitcoin is used as a method of currency to make a transactions between each other. But the main technology is blockchain, whose use cases are there in the market in different domains. So, of course, there will be awareness. People are getting aware. Actually, what I feel is like the cryptocurrency trading on an exchange and the currency exchange bringing out things with the technologies and use cases. These are two different domains, and we are still in the early stages of that. That is why people have not seen the use cases so much. So we should have patience. Of course, blockchain is a technology which will, it's a devil which has been created and it can never go.
Right.
So it can never die. It's just going to go big and big and big. And along with that, we should have patience. We should learn how we can analyze things more without depending on others. And slowly and steadily, we will understand that. So that's what I understand.
Absolutely. Slow and steady always wins the race. That's the lesson which we have learned while we were learning. And there is an Samrat, Varun mentioned about attending an event via NFTs. Chandan mentioned about his media friends are making good money out of NFTs. What's your view on this segment, which has already attracted roughly around $8.32 billion in 2022 as well?
So this is definitely an area which is definitely very, which captures my interest the most right now. And I have attended events as well. I have so there's an app called PoApps. You can also have your individual PoApps, right? So if let's say somebody has met somebody else, you could just tap your phones and that sends out my NFT to, let's say, for example, I met you. I will send out my NFT to you, which means that we have met physically because we were able to transfer that NFT, exchange that NFT to each other. And it will show in my timeline,
Okay.
which is, by the way, anchored on a blockchain. So it's sort of creating a timeline, proof of presence, etc. So there is tons of use cases out there which are currently being explored. This also comes with a digital card, by the way, the okay. So you can also have your own card, not just on this, have a card and tap the card. It's an NFC enabled card.
So, Samrat, is there
Yeah, tons of things.
anything to attract youngsters? I mean, we're talking about Tinders of the world and all the dating sites of the world. So, is there any example if you can highlight, or Varun or Chandan, that will actually attract those Gen Z and the millennials towards this segment? Because we're talking about something which is going to be more important in 2023 to perform as better than 2021.
Well, they're investing. I see the Gen Z are now interested and they know about this particular asset class. So at least they're investing, they're trading NFTs. I see. So one similarity which I've seen, Manoj, is that there were a lot of Gen Z guys which I met who were trading gaming assets.
Okay.
A few days back, I was interviewing somebody for a job, and this person is in the fourth year of college, earning $35,000 a month, just trading digital assets, gaming assets. And then he said that you know what, the new thing that I'm doing is NFT trading. And then I said, yeah, when you have 35,000 disposable income in the fourth year of college, you will definitely go and do trading in NFTs. So that's something which Gen Z is definitely interested in, and I think the first adopters will be the gamers.
So the first adopters will be the gamers. We had a very interesting segment. Let's move on to our next segment. All right, Chandan, a quick take on the metaverse, and then we enter in our last rapid fire segment.
Okay, on the metaverse, all I can say is it's a lot which has to be done. It has been going good, and there is a big more on the way which has to happen. I mean, I am having a good faith in the gaming industry. I am having a good faith in the media industry. When I say media industry, I'm talking about the photographers, the NFT owners right now who are really making good. And that's where the big flow and chunk of digital valued money will be coming in and going through. Well, of course, the development on the technical side of the blockchain is still having its limitations due to lack of knowledge among the professionals.
Fantastic.
And due to lack of you can say enthusiasm is still lacking. It's pretty much lacking. I mean, out of 10 engineers, if I out of 10 engineers, I see only 2 engineers who know a little XYZ on the blockchain technology. So yes, the day when we will sit as being the world's biggest country in the engineer producing country, the day when we do have a curriculum of blockchain, along with the basics being taught to our students, we will definitely have very good aspects. And the metaverse, of course, metaverse is giving a lot of big opportunities which people cannot even imagine right now.
All right. So I can see Varun going back and forth more than 10 times since the time I mentioned the word metaverse. Varun, a quick take on that.
Yes, so I was actually waiting for this question to be first.
Please go ahead.
I've seen a lot of interest happening in this space. People overnight become frenzy over this word metaverse, which actually used to exist long before. Right? There's nothing new has happened, but all of a sudden this heightened interest, from everybody, corporate brands, individuals joining into it. I think, but even though it presents a very broad opportunity, much more than of course, your gaming, VR, AR. But I think the success will only depend upon the confluence of, your business strategy. How does a metaverse actually fits in your business strategy and, your traditional, and virtual digital assets, right? And this is where you will see the sustainability, because today, even myself or Samrat or Chandan can start a metaverse thing, right? It's becoming that easy. But the sustainability, and we are talking about a lot of different things here, right? We are talking about, the interoperability, the data layer, the transparency, interoperability. There's a lot of things here involved, right? But if you are just joining the bandwagon because my competitor has joined, that's a recipe for disaster, right? You might have initial.
सर ये पैसा ये सेक्टर के पास ही आ रहा है, आप तो वही गिन रहे हैं वहाँ पे.
नहीं पैसा आएगा, but then sustainability. What you see is might be generally there's a saying that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. But in most of the cases, the light can be from the oncoming train, right? So you never know, right? So you have to be prepared. You have to be seeing this metaverse opportunity. How does it embed in your traditional business strategy, and then take a decision about embarking on a journey to build something which is really worthwhile, which is really sustainable.
Fantastic.
And really add value to your business.
So Samrat, Varun mentioned that the light at the end of the tunnel. I would add to it that all that glitters is not gold. Correct me if I'm wrong.
True that. So I think with Metaverse, and I think we discussed this topic in one of our earlier shows as well. But what I see is it's a double-edged sword. On one side, while it is giving more avenues for people to interact and transact as well, which can be fueled by cryptocurrencies, which what we are seeing right now. But on the other side, it has health implications. It also it's producing more digital junk now. It is producing because it's giving rise to new categories of devices, which we could do away with actually. And the second thing is, as what was pointing out, the interoperability is very important. So I may be in my own metaverse, my company doing X thing here, and then there is one customer whom I have acquired. So in the real world, the same customer can walk into a shopping mall and see 10 brands, right? But if those 10 brands they start having their own metaverses respectively, then imagine what the customer is going to do if there's no interoperability.
Fantastic, good view.
So this is a problem yet to be solved, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this problem. That I don't expect my viewers to take off their headsets or keep switching between one virtual store to the other virtual store, because then I'm killing the whole experience, which I was in the first place trying to provide. I was trying to provide a next level shopping experience.
All right, that's all there is in this special segment on Digitally Unplugged. Stay tuned on 3.0 TV for more such interesting views and updates and interviews. Thank you.